Hi, my name is Brett Corville, and this is my lesson plan evaluation. The lesson plan I'm evaluating is this unit plan on World War II. The subject of the lesson plan was ideologies, the major causes of World War II. This is an 8th grade lesson plan. First, does the lesson plan contain a writing component? Does the component require students to communicate through writing as a scientist, historian, mathematician, etc. within their discipline of will? It doesn't contain a writing component, but it requires the students to make a graph and fill it out. The students will be communicating in groups because of it. Students will be communicating in groups because it's a group project that they will not be writing like historians would in the real world. Second, does the lesson plan require students to interact at some point at an intellectual community? Do they share this knowledge, learning, findings using the language of discipline? Yes, the lesson plan requires students to interact with each other because they are in groups doing this project. Once they complete the project together in their groups, they will then present the information they gathered with their fellow classmates. Yes, the students will be using the proper language of the discipline. Third part, does the lesson plan include a project-based activity? Are they doing doing the work that a real scientist, mathematician, historian would do in the real world? Yes, the students are doing a project-based activity. They're doing research that a true historian would be doing in order to gather the data they needed for the project. Fourth part, the ultimate evaluation is this: does the lesson require the students to think like a scientist, think like a historian, think like a mathematician, etc.? Does it require the students to learn, use, know a specific set of behaviors deducted to the discipline or area of study within the discipline? Yes, the students will be thinking like a historian at a very basic level. Yes, they will need to know how to gather information like a historian and be able to explain it in a way that others can understand. So, my conclusion or the summary of the assessment of the lesson plan is this was a very good lesson plan for 8th graders. It has critical thinking assignments so that students will be required to think a little more than just answering a few questions. It also has accommodations for different types of students. It gives a different outline of the lesson and all the ways of teaching and learning that will be taking place. It displays the standards and objectives for the lesson. The only thing I don't see in the lesson plan is a place where you can fill out answers to yourself as a teacher as to how the lesson went and anything that needs to be adjusted. It is about World War II and why all the main powers of the war joined the war. It requires the students to use several different resources to gather information. Once they have gathered information, they will get into groups and together they will make a chart showing why each country joined the war. They have the freedom to pick the chart they would like to use. This is the whole lesson plan here. The pre-teaching tasks, standards, objectives, evaluation, teaching procedures, guide question, instructional input, lesson closure, differentiated instruction for different students, students with needs, students with gifts, English language learners, and here's the citation. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.